Hi, I'm Jose Anunciato, and you're watching the WebDev channel. All right, let's talk about Redux. So Redux is a library, JavaScript library that allows you to maintain state, right, as a single place of maintenance. It just happens to work very well with React. But you can certainly use Redux with other frameworks, right? It's not React specific. It just happens to work very, very well with React. It implements a design pattern that's becoming fairly very popular on web application development. In that it's based on the idea that data is going to flow in one particular direction, right? As opposed to what you might have in a model view controller architecture, where you have the view tells the controller tells the model goes back to the controller goes back to the view. Right? That oftentimes, if you have controllers that go across multiple views, or services that go across multiple controllers, right? Sometimes it's very hard to identify how the data is flowing back and forth between the multiple artifacts, right? So what Flux, the idea of Flux, is to simplify that, right, and be able to think about it conceptually as the data flowing in one single direction. Okay. Also, it simplifies the state manipulation, right? Oftentimes we think of the state as being this model, and you have all these controllers or services manipulating the state, right, changing it or modifying it, right? And oftentimes it's hard to say exactly in what state is the application, right? So what Flux tries to do to simplify this is that we never modify the state, right? Instead, we leave the state the way it was, right? And we create a brand new one. We create a brand new state, and we only focus on the new state having a new value for a particular property or a particular attribute in that state, right? So basically, you end up with a history or log of all the states that your application has been in at any one point, right? And what these new architectures allow you to do is be able to select from any one of these states that your application was in, and be able to jump between these states, kind of like go backwards and forwards in time, and see all the different states that your application was in, right? Which is perfect for, like, if you're doing undo, or being able to go back in time, or jump to any particular state in the application. Redux happens to be just one of many libraries that implement this idea of Flux, right? And it has become by far the one of the more popular libraries that implements this architecture, right? And that's what we're going to be focusing here. This is the documentation. I invite you to peruse the documentation. And we're going to be showing lots and lots of little examples on how to use Redux and to build the application that we're going to be doing throughout the semester. All right, so let's first take a look at a trivial example that introduces Redux. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like the video, and share it. Thanks.